Welcome to Bamzooki. Once again, two teams are going to bring 8 virtually created creatures, aka Zooks, right here as they battle it out over 3 rounds and a final to try and search for a place in the Bamzooki semi-final. As always, Rich is here to guide us through the contests. Rich, mate, how you doing?
I'm not too bad, Jake, although I am a bit worried about my little Zook Nosy. You haven't seen him, have you?
I haven't seen him anywhere. Mate, I'll tell you what I'll do. If I see him, I'll send him your way. Is that OK?
Great, thanks.
All right, I'll speak to you a bit later on. But right now, let's get on with the show. And it's time to meet our first team who went that extra mile to design their Zooks.
I think I found him, Jake.
Hi, I'm Lucy, and that is my teammate Cleo. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How's the Zook going?
Not bad. Wish you were here to help.
Yeah.
Bye. Now see, Cleo is 3 hours away. Now you may think that's bad, but when she comes to visit, she gets to stay over. Oh, I love the colours. Really cute. But you should try and make that back to leg a little bit longer. Like this. Not that long! We have had to learn to cover vast distances quickly. So will our Zooks.
Glossy girls, welcome to Bamzooki. Good to see you. Now, one of you's from Oxford, one of you's from Cambridge. Does that mean that we're going to see the cleverest Zooks ever today?
Most definitely. My favourite is Mrs. Pop, as she is so fast.
My favourite's Wiggly Wendy, as she's just the perfect shape for a Zook.
I have to say, all your Zooks look weird. Mrs. Pop is absolutely massive. We'll have to wait and see whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But congratulations for designing such brilliant Zooks. Good luck today. But right now, let's meet the team that you're up against. And they say opposites attract. And in this multi-talented team, that certainly seems to be the case.
I'm Sean, and I'm a whiz on computers.
I'm Alistair and I'm good at football. But this is my brother Matthew. He can do anything.
He's such a great problem solver. He helps us with everything. Could you help me with my algebra homework?
I've got to get to Alistair's English first. Having someone like Matt with us means we'll have the best Zooks.
Besides, while he's doing our homework, we get to work on this.
I even showed them how to use the Bamzooki software.
Boys, welcome to Bamzooki. Good to have you here. Now, Matthew, did your team and your Zooks come up to standard? Because I can tell that you have very high standards, mate.
Yes, they did, and my favourite one is Spouse, because he can run fast and turn very, very sharp corners.
Let me just point out Sumo for a second. Not the fastest Zook in the world. Do you still think he's got what it takes to score some points for you today?
Yeah, he's good at pushing and he can push.
OK, so you're feeling confident?
Yeah.
All right, superb. Thanks for coming down. Good luck today, but I think we should now get on with the show because it's time for the very first contest. OK, teams, welcome to our first game. And as you can see, it's being brilliantly demonstrated by Nosy, who, Rich, is back to full strength.
Well, virtually, Jake.
Thank you very much. OK, teams, this is the way the game works. It's Zook in a china shop. What your Zook has to do is run around like a little mad thing, knocking over as many of these poles as he can in 30 seconds. It's a good chance to build up an early lead, so whatever you do, pick a Zook that can cause mayhem. And pick a Zook right now, off you go.
In order to cause mayhem, they'll need a nimble Zook that won't get caught on the poles.
I think Wiggly Wendy would be good. She can knock more over.
That's true.
Spouse.
With the...
You might need that for a fast one, because she's the fastest. Yeah.
Let's get on with it, teams. It's time for the first contest. Come on.
Well, some contrasting tactics at play here. Trythought in red. They've gone for Grog. He's a small Zook. Maybe they're hoping he won't get caught on the poles. Whereas the Glossy girls in green have gone for the speed of Wiggly Wendy. And I once knew a Wendy, although the Wendy I knew didn't have 14 legs and big red fangs. Her fangs were blue.
Rich, thank you very much for that story. But right now, let's get on with the show, because Wiggly Wendy's hoping to propel the Glossy girls into an early lead. Good luck to you. Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
So Wiggly Wendy has 30 seconds to knock down as many poles as possible. And it looks like a great start. The speed tactic really paying off for the Glossy girls there, as Wendy knocks down loads and loads. And look at that design. It's almost like a snowplow, almost perfectly designed for this game. And we've got a few seconds left now. She's got a bit caught up there, but I don't think it's going to matter. Time's up. That's a good score, 29 down.
I can tell you now, 29 poles is a good score. You happy with that?
Yeah.
A good start? Okay.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Okay, they think Wiggly Wendy has come up trumps, but let's see whether Trythought can beat that. Start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Well, little old Grog has got 29 to beat in 30 seconds, and off he sort of goes. There's one down. Now, Trythought thought being small would mean he wouldn't get caught on the poles, but really, you've got to knock poles down if you're going to get caught on them. Oh, there goes a row. Well done, Grog. But you can't help feeling somebody forgot to give him front legs. Nah, it's only 11.
Boys, what can I say? Sean, throughout that you were shouting, Groggy, you're the man, but on this occasion he wasn't, was he?
No, I'm afraid not. It's one word, luck.
What? Oh, he thinks it was all luck. Girls, was it luck or was it skill?
Skill,
You think it was skill? All right, well,
got to be.
congratulations. You're 1-0 in the lead after the first contest, so well played to you. But let's get on with the games and start the second contest. Nosy, fresh from being sat on, you're about to be crushed by Bernard. Zooks, demonstrate Zook hurdles. Now, teams, the aim of this game is to get to the finish line quicker than your opponent. Basically, you've either got to go over, under, around, or somehow get past those hurdles as quick as you possibly can, exactly like Bernard, but not too similar to Nosy. Teams, for this, you need a whole lot of speed. So off you go and pick your second Zooks.
Yes, speed is of the essence here, and Nosy might have been a bit quicker if he hadn't been flattened 5 minutes ago.
Spouse would probably fall over because its legs are so fast.
Mrs. Pop would be okay if she could lift her legs higher, but
So Bug.
he can't. He's
Glossy girls, Trythought it's time for the second contest.
Well, it's another little versus large contest. Trythought have gone for Bug. He really needs to get a point for those boys, whereas the Glossy girls have gone for Tiny Tim, who, to be fair, is anything but tiny.
Correctamundo, Rich. He's not tiny at all. So we've got Trythought still desperate for their first points of the show, and the Glossy girls looking to extend their lead. Good luck to both teams. Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Well, don't be confused, viewers, because Tiny Tim is the larger of these two Zooks, and it's Tiny Tim who's made the best start for the Glossy girls as he powers over those first two hurdles. What a great leg movement that is. Great design. Meanwhile, Bug there, dragging his little virtual bottom behind him. That's, God, a smart, actually. And he's got to get a move on, because Tiny Tim is powering his way towards the final hurdle. Easy for the Glossy girls. Trythought, well, they left the front legs off the first Zook. They've left the back legs off this one because Tiny Tim has powered home.
Trythought, you were cheering as hard as you could. The size is the problem, isn't it? He hasn't got legs big enough to go over the hurdles. Another defeat. You feeling okay?
Yes.
But what can I say? Glossy girls, you're now guaranteed to go into the final in the lead. Did you think this would happen?
Well, considering the fact we haven't actually worked together on a lot of this, it's pretty good.
All right, well played. Superb, girls. But, Rich, I was just having a little look at Tiny Tim there, and I was thinking, is there anything in the animal kingdom that moves like that?
Well, yes, there is, Jake. It's the collared lizard. It's an amazingly fast runner for its size, and like Tiny Tim, it's also very agile with that high knee action. At full speed, the collared lizard runs on 2 legs, its body upright and its long tail stretched out behind, giving it excellent balance. Its lizard legs turn almost perfect circles from its hips, and seen here, highlighted in blue, it sports a knee action so high that it would be the envy of any Olympic hurdler. Bet that's where the Glossy girls got their inspiration from.
Cheers, Rich. And as we enter the third round, Trythought are desperate for an athletic Zook of their own because they're 2-0 down. Let's see what happens. OK, teams, we've called our third game a weakest Zook, but what you really need for this is a strong Zook. The aim of the game is for your Zook to push against these walls, therefore slowly dragging the weaker opponent into the pit of despair. What you need for this is a Zook with power. For your final time, while I try and cheer on Bernard, you go and pick a Zook. Go on.
With only 2 Zooks to choose from, let's hope the teams have left themselves a powerful one.
Rampage is really good, and we need Mrs. Pop for the final.
For the weakest Zook, I think he'll be last.
We need to get speed up. Mrs. Pop might even, her acceleration might make her go slightly faster.
Yeah, that one. We'll have to.
Rampage.
Teams, it's the all-important third contest.
Well, it is all important for Trythought. They really need to get some points, and they've chosen Sumo for the weakest Zook, and you got to say, he looks pretty solid. Meanwhile, the Glossy girls, they'll be hoping that Rampage will make it a clean sweep for them.
Rich, thank you very much indeed. I have to say, Rampage versus Sumo, they've got the right kind of names for this contest. It all depends on the power of the Zook. Are both teams feeling confident, yeah?
Yes.
OK, both of you want the points, so let's get on with it and start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Well, the boys from Trythought are really hoping that Sumo can do this for them. And he does look like a good, strong Zook, but Rampage has the height advantage, and I think has got off to the better start. I mean, Sumo, to look at him, you'd think he was perfect for this, but Rampage has the size advantage, and therefore, I think, the strength advantage. But it really is dragging out now, and Sumo's hanging on. He is hanging on. He is making Rampage work, but you've got to feel he's going to go in. He is going to go in, I'm sure, and it's going to mean a lot to come back from in the final. He's gone.
Sumo hung on for so long, guys. You're going to go into the final 3-0 down. That's kind of the simple fact. Can you still win this?
Yes.
You still think you can?
Possibly.
Possibly, OK, we'll have to wait and see. And what can I say, Glossy girls, 3-0 in the lead going into the final. Is it the design of the Zooks or picking the right Zook at the right time, do you think?
I think it's both. Yeah. But the right Zook at the right time really does help, but we designed ours with the obstacles in mind.
OK, you feeling good about this?
Yeah.
All right, best of luck. So, as we enter the final, the Glossy girls are 3-0 up. They've got a 3-second lead over Trythought. Who's going to win? Let's find out.
Bamzooki.
It's now time to meet the last two Zooks, which means just one thing. It's time for today's Bamzooki final. Now, teams, it's a relay race. What's going to happen is the very first Zook that you picked at the start of the show will tag the next Zook, and so on and so forth, until the first team Zook to cross the finish line is the winner. Good luck to both of you, and before we start the race, Rich, please introduce us to these last two Zooks.
Well, for Trythought, we've got Spouse, which is apparently a cross between a spider and a mouse. That's pretty much all my phobias rolled into one. I'll be keeping away from him. And the Glossy girls have gone for Mrs. Pop. No sign of Mr. Pop, though.
Rich, thank you very much indeed. It's very much been the Glossy girls show so far, but this is what it's all about, the final. Boys, you can really come from 3-0 down and win this thing. So cheer your Zooks on, and let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Well, Wiggly Wendy has that 3-second advantage over Grog there and makes good use of it. She's already tagged Tiny Tim, who makes his way over and tags Rampage. Where's Grog? There he is. He's tagged Bug, and Bug has got a lot to make up, but Rampage and Tiny Tim have got caught. This is giving Bug the time to drag his virtual little bottom all the way over to tag Sumo. Sumo could really make up some time here. Rampage is still stuck, and off goes Sumo like nothing. Rampage is free. He tags Mrs. Pop. Woohoo! Look at her go. No problem for the Glossy girls.
Your last Zook was so far straight off the end of the table. Trythought, what can I say? You were 3-0 down. It was a monumental effort to try there in the final. How do you feel?
Not very great.
Of course you don't, but listen, your Zooks were great, so congratulations for coming down. They really were good Zooks. And what can I say? 3-0 up before the final. Almost a whitewash today. You girls must be absolutely over the moon. You are coming back for the Bamzooki semi-final, and we'll give you those as well. A selection of our favourite Zooks to celebrate your victory today. And don't forget, if you would like to take part in Bamzooki, then you can do. You can always log onto the website and design your very own Zook. All the software is there to download at bbc.co.uk/cbbc and click on Bamzooki. We'll see you next time. Say goodbye, Rich.
Goodbye.
See ya.
2 more teams take the Bamzooki challenge right now.
Bamzooki.
Welcome to Bamzooki. Once again, we've got 3 rounds and a final as we search for today's best virtually created creature, a.k.a. Zook. Talking of Zooks, we've actually got a whole army of them lined up here on the table, and I'm guessing this has got something to do with Rich. Rich, what's this all about?
Jake, let me introduce you to my new Zook Academy. I've been training them all week. Would you like to see our display?
I'd actually love to have a look at what your Zook Academy can achieve. Can you show us now?
Absolutely. OK, Zooks, just like we practiced, single file after 3. 3. No, come on, in a line. Dylan,
Rich.
Get off Dave. Jacqueline, leave Paul alone.
Rich,
Caroline,
it's
behave
fine.
yourself.
I tell you what, I'll let you go back to academy school with these guys and maybe come back to us in a few shows' time and show us how you've got on. How's that?
I'm sorry about this, Jake.
Now, you guys stay there while we meet our first team challenging for victory today, and they got their Zook building inspiration from the running track.
I'm Anna Maria. I'm Maria.
I'm Catherine. And that's Jim.
If you want to see him, you have to slow him down. He just broke a 20-year-old school record of 800 metres.
Because we're all fast runners, we decided to make our zooks really fast. They'll be able to move in all directions.
They're going to leave all the other zooks behind. We get our inspiration from the way Jim moves.
To be honest, I'll be happy when the zooks are up and running. That means I can have a rest.
OK, well, your zooks are, of course, now up and running, but the question is, are they going to be running fast enough for victory today?
Yes, all our zooks are great, especially Spid. He's the fastest zook in the world.
Fastest zook in the world? OK, that's a big claim. And very quickly, why are you called the Threateners?
Because we threaten the other team.
You threaten the other team. OK, well, let's meet the other team that you're threatening today, and I can tell you right now, they're double trouble.
We are the Technot twins. Everyone thinks we are twins, but we are not. I am David, and this is John. The thing about twins is we have a very special relationship. They can understand each other on a deeper level. They can be two, acting as one. You see, everything in nature has its own two sides. One leg on one side of the body is mirrored on the other side. Our zooks will win because of this harmony. We are inseparable! Ha ha ha!
John, we're not twins, we're brothers.
Ha ha ha!
Technot twins, welcome to Bamzooki. Quite a complicated name. Have you got quite complicated zooks as well?
Yeah.
OK, you both look alike. Do your zooks look alike?
Well, Cleed and Clambead look similar. They move in different ways, so to fit their ability.
OK, they all look very interesting. Have you spent ages designing these zooks?
Yes.
And are they good enough to win?
Yes, definitely.
All right, you're nice and confident. Let's get on with the show because it's now time for the first contest. Let me introduce you to our house zooks, Bernard, Nosy, and a whole load of obstacles because, teams, this is today's very first game, Ramzook. As you can see, Nosy is showing you not really how to do this too well. Yes, you've got to ram the obstacles, but you've got to do it fast because the aim of the game is to be the very first zook to cross the finishing line up here. So I suppose you need a bit of power, a bit of speed, and a bit of climbing ability as well, teams. This is your first chance to pick a zook, so make it a good one. Off you go!
It's the old chestnut. You've got a strong zook, you've got a fast zook, but what you need is one who can do both.
I think Clamby could be good for this one because he might be able to jump over.
I think we should choose James Bro because he looks really strong.
Hammerhead's good.
Technot twins, Threateners, back you come. Come on.
Well, this is an interesting matchup. The Technot twins have gone for Cleedip, a massive zook who seems to have been designed based on a snowplow. If he can't push the blocks out of the way, I don't know what can. Well, maybe Hammerhead can. The Threateners certainly seem to think so.
Rich, thank you very much indeed. Now, teams, no doubt that amongst your four zooks, you've got someone who's going to be absolutely brilliant at this one. The big question is, have you picked the right zook for the right event? Are you ready for this?
Yes.
OK.
Definitely.
Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Well, you couldn't get two more different looking zooks if you tried, and believe me, I have tried. We've got Hammerhead there, pushing that first barrier out of the way very well indeed, and Cleedift as well. They're both strong zooks. But look at Hammerhead's action there, the way he's just pushing it completely out of the way and on to the next one, and Cleedift is still stuck behind that second one, and now Cleedift has got himself sort of jammed on one of the little cylinders. But there is no stopping Hammerhead. He might only be a tiny little zook. He might have 100 legs, but he is easily going to win this for the Threateners. It's 1-0 to the Greens.
Technot twin just started with a defeat. Cleedift couldn't quite do the business for you there. What do you think was the problem?
Well, it had 8 legs, but I don't think 8 legs was enough.
OK, and Threateners, your zook was absolutely awesome. Do you think Hammerhead was designed especially for this event?
Yes, definitely.
So you're happy?
Yes.
All right, well played. And Rich, let me come to you very quickly. Obviously, you've got a vast knowledge of the animal kingdom. That zook was awesome. How does it have so many legs yet stay in such good control?
Well, it looks to me like Hammerhead was based on the millipede. He's got a load of legs to control. Here's how. In a long line of legs, each leg sets off the movement of the one in front. Now hold on, let's rewind, see that again. Like dominoes, the one leg moves forward, and then the one in front moves, and so on, all the way up its body. It's just like a Mexican wave at a football match. But the crucial thing for the millipede is to keep as many legs just that nanosecond at a time. I mean, could you imagine losing control of so many legs?
Well, the funny thing is, Rich, I kind of can imagine that after seeing your Zouk Academy in action at the start of today's show. They were awful. What are you going to do about them?
Just you wait, Jake. I'm working on it.
OK, I'll have to wait and see. But right now, let's get on with the show, because the Technot twins have a 1-0 deficit going into today's second contest. This cuddly little fella is the star of the second game, Zouk Pursuit. Now, the aim of the game, teams, is to get your Zouk to the end of the table and back again as quick as possible, because every time Fang touches you, you'll get frozen for a few seconds, giving the other team an advantage. And Technot twins, you can't afford to give these guys an advantage, OK, because you're 1-0 down already. Now, we're going to demonstrate the game using Rich's very own Zouk troop. Rich, have they improved?
Watch and learn, Jake.
OK.
Zouk Academy. Demonstrate.
That's a good start.
No, keep in a line.
Oh, Rich.
No, get in a line, like we practiced. Oh, for goodness sake. Come on, boys, don't let me down.
Rich, I thought you said you'd improve them. That was no better. Hold on a minute. Look, they've ruined the whole game now. Fang's falling off the end of the table. Tell you what, teams, you go and pick a Zouk for this game, and I'll sort out Fang. Rich.
Sorry, Jake. Let's hope the team Zooks are better designed than my Zouk Academy.
Right, well, we found it.
No, Bug's the best. Look at him.
Yeah.
It's really good.
But Clamby, that's also a bit faster than Cleed.
His agility's good as well, so should we have Bug?
Okay, I don't know about that.
OK, it's time for the second contest.
Well, it's a brave Zouk that goes up against our Fang, and the Threateners have chosen Bug. Interesting-looking creature. Meanwhile, the Technot twins, they've gone for Cleed.
Cheers, Rich. Nicely pronounced as well. Now, teams, you've both gone for very different-looking Zouks for this one. Do you both think you've got what it takes to win this?
Yes.
OK, good luck to both of you. You designed your Zouks, you've picked your Zouks, now it's entirely up to them to perform. Let's hope they can do that. Let's start the countdown. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Well, who is Fang going to go after first? It's Bug. Now, Bug is frozen for a couple of seconds, which means Cleed is in the lead. Remember, it's there and back. Now, Fang is after Cleed. He's going to get him here. Bang! Cleed is frozen for a couple of seconds, and Fang goes back for Bug. But Bug, well, he's not the quickest of Zooks, is he? I can't really see him making up the difference. Cleed is frozen one more time, but I think he's going to get there. And yet again, I'm proved right. That is 1-1.
It's all over. An amazing cheer here from the Technot twins. You actually thought that you'd won when you got to that end, didn't you? And you have to cheer again when you got back down there. So, 2 heads, better than 4 on this occasion. Can you now go on and win today's Bamzooki?
Yes, definitely.
All right, fingers crossed for you guys, and also fingers crossed for you 4 as well. What was the problem with your Zouk?
It went too slow.
Just too slow for this. OK, well, let's get on with the show, because it's now time for the third contest. This is our third game, teams, and the winner takes the lead into the final, so no pressure. Anyway, this is Merigo Zouk. As you can see, Rich is slightly out of line. Zouk Troop are going to demonstrate this for us. The aim of the game is to stay inside the circle, but the circle is spinning faster and faster and faster, and eventually just flings the Zooks off, as you can see is happening right now with Rich's mini Zooks. What you need to do is pick a Zouk with stickability. So, for the final time, teams, off you go.
Well, not one of my highly trained Zouk Academy has managed to hang on. You can see what the teams are up against.
I'm not sure, but I think we should leave Speed for the last competition.
Probably Octal legs will do, yeah.
Yeah. We have James, but he's a lot better and it'd be a lot easier to
Yeah.
use.
You could bounce around him.
Yeah.
Interesting matchup. Let's play, teams.
Well, for the first time in this show, both teams applying similar tactics, similar-looking Zooks. James Bro for the Threateners. Can he hang on? And the Technot twins, they've gone for Octo legs. Wonder how many legs he's got.
Love your work, Rich. Once again, teams, this is just absolutely impossible to call. Both the events that you've won, you've completely dominated, so who knows what's going to happen here. All I can tell you is make sure you cheer on your Zooks. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's start the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Well, one of these Zooks is going to be a hero because it's going to give the team the lead into the final. Both of them make their way to the middle of the disc for optimum balance, but can they hang on? Oh, Octo legs has gone! James Bro takes it. He's gone too, but it doesn't matter.
Both of them fell off, and in the end, James Bro grabbed the victory. Boys, I'm sorry about that. I thought Octolegs was going to be good enough for you. You're going into the final 1 second down. Can your Zook still do this?
Yes, definitely.
That's what I want to hear from you guys. And you're going in 2-1 up, but can your Zooks work as a team as well as individuals?
Definitely, yeah.
Confidence from the Threateners and the Technot twins as we enter the final, yes?
Yes.
All right, good luck to both teams. Here it is, today's Bamzooki final. 8 Zooks, 2 teams and just 1 Bamzooki final. OK, guys, this is it, the relay race. The very first Zook that you picked at the start of the show will start the race. They'll then tag the next Zook and so on and so forth until the first team Zook to cross the finish line is the winner, and the winner will come back for the semi-final. Good luck to both of you. And before we get on with the race, Rich, just introduce us to these 2 rather impressive-looking Zooks, would you?
It'll be my pleasure, Jake. This is Spid. He certainly looks like a speedy fella, and the Threateners will be hoping he's got what it takes in that final leg. Meanwhile, it's Clambeed for the Technot twins, who interestingly has a self-righting mechanism, which means should he fall over, he can get back up again. I mean, how good is that?
Very impressive. Let's see if that comes in handy as we start today's finals. The Threateners are 2-1 up, which means you have a 1-second lead. Teams, as I've said before, best of luck to both of you. It's been such a close Bamzooki. Let's start the final.
Ready.
Well, Hammerhead has that slight advantage over Cleedift, and Cleedift makes it up pretty quickly, really, but both those first Zooks have got stuck. On their second Zooks, Cleed stuck on Cleedift, and Bug is stuck on Hammerhead, but I think Cleed is free, and Bug is now free, and they both make their way now to tag the third Zook in the run, and Cleed and Octolegs have got tangled as well. I mean, how much tangling do you want on television? James Bro has been tagged by Bug, but Octolegs is still stuck. James Bro tags Spid for the Threateners. Spid makes a dash well, sort of for the line. He's sort of going roundabout. Octolegs tags Clambeed. Clambeed's in all sorts of trouble. Spid's over the line. Classic Bamzooki.
You've won! How do you feel? Yes! You can't believe it, can you? Let me come to the Technot twins to start with. You brought some brilliant Zooks here today, honestly. You did so well. You were really unlucky. Do you feel OK?
Yeah.
All right, congratulations for some great designs. All right, lads. And you, that was amazing. You're back for the semi-final, Threateners. You got caught up, you got a bit tangled with your own legs, but you were there every single step of the way. For quite small Zooks, you did so well, so congratulations. What I have for you are these Bamzooki pictures. You can share those out amongst yourselves. And don't forget, if you guys at home would like to design your very own Zooks, then you can. Log on to the website, bbc.co.uk/CBBC, click on Bamzooki, and you too can have contests just like this. Rich, what a final.
Already looking forward to the semi-final, Jake.
All right, mate, see you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bamzooki.